Hi, I'm Mark Wilson, the Engineering Heretic, and today I've just got a bit of an adjunct to the video I did the other day about profile shifted bevel gears. What I've done is I've come up with a slight modification of what I did the other day. You see here we've got what looks like slightly wider teeth and a slightly different form. Oddly enough, this is made with the same cutter, but if you approach it slightly differently, it has a different result. This is called stub tooth form, and let me explain what stub tooth form actually is. I'll just go into this edit here, and I'll explain what stub tooth form is and why it has a different effect on this particular part. Okay, we're looking at our Let's look at our profile, our side profile, and I'll show you the difference between a regular tooth and stub tooth. Where are we? Edit. Right. Now, in stub tooth form, normally in metric module 1, the full depth is 2.25 deep. The 2 millimeters, the first 2 millimeters, is the effective engagement point of the tooth itself. But in stub tooth form, what you do is you, rather than go the 2.25, because effectively there's 0.25 clearance on the top of the tooth, down in this area here of the tooth. So instead of having the 2.5 there, what you do is you just go 2 mil depth total, but you remove the 0.25 from the top of the tooth. So effectively, the whole tooth depth is 0.25 less in depth, with the clearance on the top of the tooth, and which changes the form a little bit. It makes the teeth a little bit more vertical. It's the same cutter though, but it also gives me the ability to make a bit more parallel, makes the teeth, the phase of the teeth, a little bit more vertical rather than the 20-degree pressure angle. It will alter that to some degree. And also, I can make the cutter go longer. I was 6.5 was about my limit. Now I've got that out to 8 millimeters. I'll deactivate the sketch and we'll have a look at how this works out in real life on the teeth. Where are we? There is the same gear as I did before, except that it is stub tooth form. So you see here the bottom of the cutter, it's the same cutter, but this runs very parallel across the top there and for a lot longer because the 0.25 is missing from the top of that, and this is shallower, so the face of the teeth is effectively a little bit more vertical, which gives me a little bit more leeway. It does have a little bit of an impact on the engagement. We'll have a look at the model itself. We'll close this one here. Close the window. We haven't got that little sliver that I had last time, but you just see down here, the stub tooth form makes the teeth a little bit fatter at the bottom, and you see that is engaging reasonably well, but this time you see the clearance is on the top of the tooth, not built into the bottom of the tooth depth. We'll have a look on this the other side because that's where it's really important. We'll flip this over. And you see here, the compromise is now we have almost like a knuckle tooth form here. We're not terribly much engagement there. You see that taper I talked about in the previous videos with the taper here. Of course, that's getting deeper and deeper. But you see the engagement here. I can go a lot longer with my face of my tooth. Just get that centered on the screen a bit better. But it looks like my engagement position, the teeth are somewhat longer. Whether or not this actually equates to a better tooth, I don't really know. But they're not engaging terribly well down the end there, but they are clearing, and the face of the teeth are a lot longer. I don't know if I'll give that a go in my workshop. I will try the other one and see how that goes. If I'm not happy with that, I'll maybe make one of these and try that out as well. So just a modification in stub tooth form with the same sort of concept, but I can go longer in the face width of my teeth. And I'm Mark Wilson, and thanks for watching.